So Ashlyn Harris went and said some stuff, and we're going to talk about it today. Hey guys, Casey here. Ashlyn Harris said some stuff, and I thought this would be a nice video to make. It's been a while since I filmed like this or did a video like this, but that's mainly because I didn't really have anything to show you guys. I also didn't make a script for this. It was kind of just random. I'm just gonna be reacting to people reacting to what Ashlyn said. But so Ashlyn Harris in the Wasso community, a lot of people don't like her since she allegedly cheated on her ex-wife now, Allie Krieger, for Sophia Bush. Also, my cat is here. You may hear him reacting to me, reacting to people, reacting to Ashlyn Harris. But a lot of people in the Wasso community don't really like Ashlyn Harris now. And after she came out and said what she said a couple weeks ago, they were really like, WTF. I don't think it really helped her image or reputation after what she said. But that being said, let's get into what she said. So I'm going to leave a link to that clip or interview in the description below if you want to see it for yourself. But for now, I'm just going to read it out to you guys because it's kind of unbelievable. All right, so Harris says, "I only know what it's like to live at the top and the air is very thin. And I choose to be exceptional every single day. It's literally a choice. I wake up and I'm like, I don't know what it's like just to choose to be average. Like, I don't F with average people. They make me uncomfortable. I don't like to be in the same room, in the same spaces. I think it's contagious, yeah. I had the best team in the world. We were the best team in the world. Everything I did and how I moved every day was the most exceptional people. So I don't understand how to be amongst people who are just like, you know what? I'm good." As you become a business person and you start running businesses and you start building businesses, not everyone shows up and moves the way I do. I already read that part. That's okay. I have to learn how to get the best of people who maybe don't know how to choose greatness just yet. So that's what Harris went and said, and it caused the Wasso community to kind of go into a tizzy. They did not like that. So let's get into some of the reactions. All right, so starting off with the first one, "I am endlessly fascinated by Ashlyn Harris and her delusion. Like, I'd somewhat understand if I was the top goalkeeper for my country." Oh, that was the thing. A lot of people said like Ashlyn was just straight up delusional in that video. Let's see. Ashlyn Harris believing she's some mythical, godly, above average person just because she wears jorts and thumb rings is something else, lol. Like, girl, you're not her. I'm not sure who this person is referring to. So if you guys know someone else who wears jorts and thumb rings, let me know in the comment section. "This was your wedding suit." Okay, I do remember this one. So the clip or the interview had blew up on Twitter, as expected. And this picture or this post actually blew up next to it. Like, this picture, it shows Allie Krieger and Ashlyn Harris on their wedding day. And I have to say, Allie Krieger in that wedding dress, she looks really good. I honestly love that wedding dress. I like the long sleeves. It looks very modest, very elegant. Yeah, she looks great. And, I'm not a big, I'm the type of person that just wants to elope. But if I had to choose a wedding dress, I would honestly go with Allie Krieger's. As for Ashlyn, it's giving frat boy, like fraternity brother. It makes me, believe it or not, I was in a sorority in college, and I do remember the guys wearing like khaki shorts and then the button-up shirt, sometimes with a tie or bow tie. Yeah, that's kind of what it's giving. Like, I don't know why you would wear shorts on your wedding day. And it's funny because I didn't get any of the screenshots of this, but there were people in the comments saying that if their spouse or partner wore what Ashlyn did on their wedding day, they would call off the wedding. Automatic divorce. But yeah, this post was kind of funny too. Next up, we have a series of comments. Miss Christy Mewis has more World Cup minutes. What business is she starting, building, expanding, and whose money is she using? I heard she was dead ass broke. None of the exceptional post-2019 Women's World Cup businesswomen women included her in their business ventures. Yeah, I don't really know what type of business Ashlyn is starting or running. I wouldn't be surprised if it was related to crypto. Like, that's been a big thing. Maybe she's investing in AI. That's also been pretty big. Yeah, or or she could be like a motivational speaker, like those alpha male or mindset podcasts, like motivational speaker, those types of things. Maybe she's doing that, but I feel like you need to have more charisma when it comes to something like that. Yeah, so this next comment says, I want to know what she's microdosing. Me too. An exceptional bench warmer. Man. The comments on this, it's pretty ruthless. I'm not gonna lie. Trigger warning next time. I forgot she existed. LMFAO. Who is this lady? Because all this talk of moving with exceptional people, and maybe she should have started with an exceptional publicist because her recognizability is unexceptional. And I'm actually surprised I haven't been getting my tongue tied over exceptional. Who's to say she doesn't have a publicist right now? Here's the thing. Ashlyn was really unlikable after the allegations came out and after she divorced Ali Krieger. So who's to say she didn't hire a publicist right now? And who's to say this isn't her rebrands? But yeah, I kind of agree. Maybe she did get a publicist, or maybe she didn't get one. She probably should if she doesn't have one. Anyway, continuing on with the comments. As an average person, I would also choose not to be in the same room as her. 0 World Cup minutes for such an exceptional goalkeeper. Exceptional is one word that has never been used to describe this woman. What is she even saying? Is this a character performance? What does she think she's doing? I have so many questions. At the end of the clip, I was actually waiting for Ashlyn Harris to say psych. Like it was a big joke. But no, I think she's dead ass serious. This next section of comments say, who is this woman? LOL, nobody even knows who this is. Housley, go home, no one wants it. She was bringing the average down in those teams. Who even is this? Yeah, that's kind of the funny thing about this whole situation is that on top of many of the comments trolling Ashlyn and saying stuff, all that stuff, there were so many comments asking, who is this woman or who is this person? Like a lot of people didn't know who Ashlyn Harris was. And then when they read the comments and learned like what she did and what like actual Wasso fans think of her, they were like, oh, I don't like this person. All right, so OMFG, this is literally Guardiola. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, that was my favorite one. This is literally Guardiola. Here's the thing, with Pep Guardiola, at least he's won games with his teams. Like, at least he has trophies to back up his coaching career. Ashlyn Harris, that's a different story. But I do like this comment. This is literally Guardiola. I can actually see him, like, talking and saying this stuff, too. But I feel like I would be more okay with Guardiola saying it because I feel like it feels like something he would say, honestly, but I'd probably be okay with it. It's like okay, he's yeah. But yeah, probably one of my favorite comments on this. She must really want us to talk shit on her again, and no World Cup minutes for Ashlyn Harris. Right, she's like, I haven't been trending in a while. Let me give him something to work with. Bad press is still press. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're taught, like when it comes to journalists and media. It's like all press is good press, even bad press. But I feel like in Ashlyn's case, this feels more like masochism. Next up, more comments. Who the hell is this? I F with this confidence, alpha female shit. Ew, what a bang average, shit for brains attitude. Actually, that was two separate sentences. Ew, what a bang average, shit for brains attitude. Honestly, probably sounds better together. Why do mediocre people like her always think they are above average? She can't even properly verbalize her thoughts. LMAO, who the F is this? Good thing for her, then, is even average people don't want to be around her. Better being average than delusional. She's more known for her relationships than her athleticism. At least Hope Solo could back her shit up. Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Hope Solo. Hope Solo, she talked a lot of smack. I remember the stuff that she said about Sweden when when her and the U.S. women's national team lost to them, I think in the Olympics. But Hope Solo, she was the starting goalkeeper for the U.S. women's national team, and she has World Cup trophies and trophies to back up what she says or what she does. I hope Solo is actually getting the help she needs. She's had some DUIs in the past and struggles with alcoholism, but I like her. I hope she's getting that taken care of. Next up, I came back to Twitter specifically for the memes about this. BlueSky just doesn't shitpost the same. Yeah, I went back to Twitter temporarily just because I knew how Wasso Twitter was and the fact that there's such a big community there, and when stuff like this comes up, they're going to react and say stuff about it. It's all in good fun, honestly. It is so much more embarrassing hearing this cringy alpha grindset bro talk come from a woman. I'm sorry, but I am just not impressed by anyone who talks like this. You aren't above anyone, and that's not even what life is about. Yeah, I've heard it's kind of like those alpha male, those alpha bro podcasts. I see clips of them on my YouTube feed every now and then. And yeah, I kind of just think it's weird. Like, does anyone else think it's weird? Because I kind of think it's like weird. All right, I don't know who this is, but this might be the most insane thing I've heard uttered in an interview. This is how I imagine JoJo Siwa to be in a few years. Yeah, one can only hope. People who publicly talk like this are too ignorant of themselves /life /humanity to love themselves or be happy. I would pity them if they weren't constantly trying to make everyone else's life as miserable as they are. Or everyone else as miserable as they are. The way it was only when she left both Orlando and Gotham that they won the league, like, hello? Yeah, that was kind of funny, because after Ashlyn retired and left Gotham instantly went on to win the NWSL championship. Then a year later, like last year, Orlando Pride went on to win the NWSL championship. And yeah, it was just funny how those things or those events just lined up perfectly. So this next comment says, what an absolute a-hole. To say this as the third string goalie is a special kind of delusional. Uncomfortable in a room full of average people. She would hate me then. Here's the thing. I would say 90 to maybe 95% of the world is average. And average isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's just everybody. I'm average. You're average. We're all average, and that's okay. But yeah, I don't think Ashlyn really thought how many average people really exist in this world. So this next comment reads, "Is it just me or is this arrogant? Not everybody gets the same opportunities or has the same privilege. I'd consider myself average, but I don't think that makes me a lesser person." No, it doesn't. Just because you're average, it doesn't make you a lesser person. It doesn't make you any less deserving of respect. We should all be respectful of people regardless of their position and status in this world. So yeah, this is arrogant. This next one reads, "Mind you, she was the average person in a room full of exceptional people. Sat on that bench with not one World Cup minute to her name, and they still didn't treat her the way she thinks she can treat others." Well, that's the thing with, I guess you can say, exceptional people. Exceptional people, they're actually confident and secure in themselves. They're more focused on bettering themselves, bettering their ability. They're focused on their goals, their accomplishments, and achievements. They're not going to treat others terribly. Because they don't have time for that. They're more focused on themselves. They would rather focus on themselves rather than, make comments about other people. But yeah, this comment kind of has a point too. So trigger warning, self-harm. 10 years ago, Ashlyn was pretty chill. She openly talked about her struggles with mental health and self-harm. The person she is today is a smug ass for no good reason. I have to think she's taking on the personality of the people around her. Yeah, and that's the thing. Ashlyn Harris, years ago, she was a chill person. She seemed like a lot of fun. And yeah, she just seemed like a laid back, down to earth person. But maybe it is the people who she's surrounding herself with now. But yeah, she's definitely not like she was 10 plus years ago. Ashlyn Harris really went from a beloved figure in the WASO LGBTQ circle to universally despised overnight. And then there's this comment underneath. You can literally see the interviewer get gold stars in her eyes, realizing how this shit is gonna go viral, LOL. And that's the thing, it did go viral. Confidence is quiet, confidence is shown through actions, confidence is an unbreakable belief in yourself to overcome obstacles, to endure challenges. Arrogance is insecurity, it's projecting confidence where it doesn't exist. This is arrogance. I think that's pretty well said. This is a live look at me when the seasonal depression leaves my body and I'm back. Yeah, seasonal depression, it sucks, but whatever gets you through it. Mind you, she's literally a Nepo girlfriend who only did as good in her career as she did. Also, noting nothing special about her career because she was surrounded by exceptional players like Allie. And the only thing that I took from that is Nepo girlfriend. How do I apply to be someone's Nepo girlfriend? That seems that seems pretty legit. Your podcast is struggling if you're having to call up this MF. How can one person give so many icks in just a few sentences? Hey, my Spotify podcast may be struggling, but I'm not calling up Ashlyn. People who are exceptional aren't telling you they're exceptional. They're too busy being exceptional and doing exceptional things. Hope this helps. Let's all celebrate the fact that I made that through without getting tongue-tied. But yeah, it's kind of like what I said earlier. People who are exceptional or who are secure and confident are more focused on what they're doing. They're focused on their goals, accomplishments, and achievements. So yeah, that comment's kind of correct too. This sort of mentality is so arrogant and off-putting no matter who you are. Imagine telling your employees and target audience that's what you think of them. I'll tell you to sit the F down and shut up, but you sat on the bench for half your career anyways. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty brutal. I don't F with average people. Oh my god, she has the alpha male brain disease. Me when I do 2 loads of laundry in a weekend. Speaking of laundry, I had to go and do that. Ali Krieger watching this, howling with laughter. Yeah, that's kind of the funny thing. The players have definitely seen this clip. They definitely heard what Ashlyn said. And they may not have reacted publicly, but I can bet you anything. This was sent in the group chats. This was talked about and shared in the locker room or dressing room. It's definitely making its rounds. Like, again, the players may not say anything publicly, but they're definitely aware of this. Oh, good. The AC kicked in. She exceptionally is divorced. I would probably say she is exceptionally divorced. My favorite part of this female Andrew Tate is that it looks like a 12-year-old picked her outfit from a Kmart clearance rack. Lesbians. Huns, come quick. Ashlyn is about to tell us how we can be our own hashtag girl boss. Nice. The nicest thing I can say about this video is that at least she gave up the mullet. That was a choice. Yeah, that was a choice. All right, so we have some Instagram comments here. This is giving Katy Perry in space. Pretty bold thing to say coming from a backup goalkeeper. Is the exceptional person in the room with us. I love this SNL skit. Viewing well past confidence is straight up off-putting. Lots of takeaways from this clip along with a fervent need for hand tattoos. Let's just say that's probably gonna hurt. The hand tattoos, I mean. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that was something, wasn't it? So this is usually where I would say something insightful or give my opinion or review on what Ashlyn said, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I remembered a poem from a long time ago, and I think this particular poem applies well to this situation. So this poem is by Emily Dickinson, and you may have heard it or you may remember it from high school. I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? Then there's a pair of us. Don't tell, they'd banish us, you know. How dreary to be somebody. How public like a frog. To tell your name the livelong June, too, an admiring bog. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today or tonight, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.